waiting to be filled by something. In the bedroom with the hole in the floor, there's half of a note with some unusual shapes on it. After dropping through the floor, Hiroshi finds himself in a piano room. The piano has 3 numbers written on some of the keys.
What?
Oh, to be fair, you're probably staring right down at the key, like the keys of the piano. He could have easily have snuck up behind you.
That was a great scare since the player was fully enraptured in the puzzle in front of them. After reloading, the escape is pretty easy. There are multiple ways you can just flat out loop the Oni in this game. You can run through the archival room over and over again, getting the Oni stuck in the hallway. Alternatively, you can just run to the room with the hole, drop down to the piano room, then run back up the stairs until the timer runs out. Hiroshi moves to the bathroom. This time, the tub is lacking a corpse and has the bedroom key instead of the library key. Takuro is inside of the archive and Mika is in the bedroom, although the group remains split up to cover more ground. There's a matchbox under the table in one room which can be used to light a fireplace and burn the wooden box, revealing the hallway key inside. The hallway key opens the locked door to the right of the tatami room, where the Oni is politely waiting for Hiroshi from inside a closet. One quick chase later, and we can combine the paper from earlier with a second piece from the same room.
Now this right here is peak, and I mean peak. Our Oni puzzles. It's simple, it's satisfying to figure out, and has a little bit of a twist to it too. How the puzzle works is that you have to figure out the shapes on your note that you picked up are the same shapes as the piano keys, which means what's on the note is a code. But here's the twist I was talking about. 2 of the symbols are flipped, so you've got to envision in your head what notes that would be unflipped. This for me is the most iconic puzzle in our Oni, besides one later it's funny but it's stupid.
In the room above the kitchen, there's a hidden safe. After inputting the code from the piano puzzle, Hiroshi acquires the study key. The study is the new version of the room with the switch from before, meaning all we have to do is move the chair and reveal the door behind the bookshelf. The cell is still here with the same key and the same cutscene. The basement starts off exactly the same as last time, with the exception of us just getting the gate key right off the bat. Upon moving downwards, Hiroshi finds everyone else all huddled together in one big room. Before the conversation can get anywhere beyond Takeshi being a dick.
A meanie head?
Yeah, a meanie head. It's revealed that the Oni was behind the text box. He bites off Takuro's head while everyone else scatters.
Ben comes across a room. The only way to get through is by pushing the bottom chair into the way of the door, blocking it. There's a door above behind a bookshelf that's locked. Now, what you have to do is move the bookshelf in front of that door and backtrack to a previous room that would be above the table room on a map. And then find another hidden door behind a bookshelf. And then go through the unlocked door in the table room. And then go through and unlock the door in the table room. And make it through so you be our good close friends. Grieving Mika and Scaredy Cat turned Rudy Cat Takeshi.
While they wait behind the bars of the cell for safety, Hiroshi moves forward. The next room is a good example of an odd game design choice. See the odd borders on this room? The small black bits in the bottom corners are actually interactable. This game does that sometimes, just hiding doorways and items in places like that. It blends in perfectly with the background of the game. He goes back to get his friends. When they return to the rope ladder, the Oni has destroyed it once again. Takeshi face plants like a bumbling moron during the chase, leaving a healthy margin for Mika and Hiroshi to escape in. Just kidding, he somehow didn't slow down at all and saw us as we hid in the wall upstairs. But uh-oh, Hiroshi feels a little bit sleepy. Better go catch some Z's in the fluffy bed.
After Hiroshi falls asleep and wakes up, the craziest reveal happens. It was all for Hiroshi's birthday. Now he was in the Aoni costume all this time. None of his friends died, and they all sing happy birthday. What a happy ending. It's so nice and never mind. It was just a dream. After waking up to the sounds of thumps, Hiroshi follows the noise and finds Squatto the Oni smashing Mika to paste. God, Mika!
While Hiroshi runs for his life, you might be wondering who Naoki is. So there's another piece of metal next to Mika's corpse. Once inserted into the final indent, a staircase drops from the ceiling outside. I completely missed this fact and explored the entire house again before Aaron pointed it out. I am smart, I promise. The staircase takes Hiroshi to an odd circular room full of blue scribbles. Above this is a simple blue pressure plate puzzle. Solving this results in access to a room full of a ton of Onis in different forms.
I like this one.
In a room to the left, we're greeted with Blob Oni. He very slowly chases Hiroshi when approached, making grabbing the front door key from this room. Hiroshi dashes away during one final chase, escaping as the lone survivor.
Now, this was an hour only anyone can enjoy. Not as good as the final version, but the sheer amount of improvements and fun all of us had in that VC was immense compared to the first. But the first felt like a slog, and almost every moment did we feel like we had something to do in 3.0. The addition of puzzles gave us a good break from the chases, and the new cool Onis we got to see were interesting. The fact almost everyone had personalities, and this one gave us the most fright so far. If I had to rate 3.0, I'd definitely give it 8 Squados out of 10 clock Onis.
Other than a few visual and hitbox glitches, I really liked 3.0. The story was more interesting, and I loved seeing the unique deaths for each character. They're morbid but cool. It was such a drastic improvement from the original that I'm sure I saw it through slightly rose-tinted glasses, but I'm alright with that fact. The next full version is 5.2, which was... let's just get through it. This version starts off the same as all the others. Hiroshi walks inside, he finds a broken plate, his friends disappear, we try to get into the bathroom, then he finds Takeshi in the wardrobe, the Oni appears in the library, and Hiroshi finds the key underneath a book this time. Wow, really spicing up that gameplay. During the chase, he tries to hide in Takeshi's wardrobe, but this handkerchief took up far too much space to hide, forcing him to run instead. We find a key in the bathtub like always, then grab a map from the wall. The house layout is a lot more compact this time, which I personally think is an improvement. Everything has a purpose now instead of just existing for sale. In the archive room, Takuro barges in on Hiroshi. They had a quick chat about the whole being trapped in a mansion with a murderous monster thing, then split back up. At the bottom of the archive room, there's a photo that acts as a puzzle. There are 5 holes and 5 spheres with text on them. DH, IF, MF, RF, and LF. They clearly have to be put in the correct order, whatever that might be.
Wait, I fucking know! I know! It's fingers! Middle finger, ring finger, index finger, it's fucking fingers, it's fingers!
The frame can now be removed, revealing a paper that says pass, accompanied by an assortment of holes. This is an infamously frustrating puzzle due to the inability to properly translate it for other cultures. The files of this game literally have a text document entitled, "Please do read this or you will get stuck," given a partial explanation.
How do you your favorite product salesman? Aaron, Ionitis, Curious, or Aaron Visuals? I've got a question for you. Are you suffering from Ionitis or Alex Well, have I got the word document for you? As I've done reading it, not only will you understand the pain we've felt during this, but you'll also be safe from what we've got. I'll read it now.
Basically untranslated, since the game refers to a very special cultural item. Maybe you'll be able to solve the puzzle by yourself. But in case you're stuck because of this puzzle, a hint to solving it is at the far end of this text file.
The hint at the bottom explains that we're basically just screwed. We had to Google the tool in question, a soroban, which is described as a Japanese abacus, and learn how to read it before proceeding with the puzzle. The translator could just put the answer at the bottom, but it's entirely randomized and they didn't have the time to chart out every possible outcome, which is completely fair. Thankfully, someone on the Allen did have the time and patience for that. We found the answer, a code, but it's not useful until later. For now, we move on. Hiroshi finds a memo in the bedroom with a hole in the floor, seemingly for the piano puzzle once again. This time the piano keys are caked in red paint, definitely not blood, and Hiroshi needs to wash it off. Using some detergent in the bathroom and the handkerchief that almost got murdered, Hiroshi starts with the paint, revealing 3 numbers. It only appears and initiates another chase.
Get out the goddamn closet. No. Get out the goddamn closet. No, get out the closet!
Hate to interject again before all the new and cool stuff that came in this awesome version. I would say that Ben loved staying in the closet for longer than necessary because he always believed the Amoni would be waiting. Everyone comment Ben is a wuss for a prize. The prize being my appreciation.
In a nearby room, there's some oil atop a cabinet, which Hiroshi uses to fill his lighter before moving to the tatami room. The Oni is waiting inside the closet, once again initiating a short chase. We do the piano puzzle for the nursery key, then find Mika and a screwdriver. The screwdriver is the more useful of those 2 options, so Hiroshi grabs it, then moves on. Hiroshi can use the lighter on his map to reveal a hidden passageway. Using the plate shard, we cut open the wall where the entrance should be, but a door is in the way without a door knob. The screwdriver can be used on this door in the attic to remove its handle and unlock the next area of the house. Aaron and I both really liked this puzzle. It made you think without being needlessly elaborate.
Yes!
This door leads to the where you need to puzzle over your otherwise you're dead. Hiroshi returns to the room, beating the puzzle and revealing another hidden bookshelf passageway, this time to a cell. It's time for the infamous scene. Star piece contained in the puzzle. What?
Oh my god!
What?
He was fucking determined.
Since the Oni has super speed, Hiroshi moves to a different room instead. There's a puzzle on the wall where you have to fill in these shapes with 4 colors to make sure that none of the tiles are the same color are touching. Upon completion, it drops the moon piece that slots into this ominous black rectangle in a room to the north. Underneath the rug is a key to a padlock we can use to lock ourselves into the cell so Oni can't go very lmao. Hiroshi takes the star piece and places it into the slot before moving downstairs even further. He turns on his lighter, revealing Takeshi in a small room all alone. Takeshi begins feeling remorseful for telling everyone to explore the house, prompting him to run away, cry screaming. There's a safe left over in the room. Hiroshi uses the board from the hallway on the 4-color puzzle, revealing the seed combination. Inside is the sun piece, which completes the indentation list. This reveals our millionth hidden doorway leading to a very familiar road ladder.
Something unique about this version is there's 2 different endings actually. One where you just leave now and miss an hourly consistency, leaving your friends to die with the monster you are, or go back to find them. If you decide to leave now, not much happens. Hiroshi just kind of forgets it all happens and goes on with his life. But if you go back to find them then, you better be ready to put in the work, because it is easy. Sorry to trick the viewers with the idea that it's hard, but it really wasn't. First, we escape through the window to a shed where the Oni ambushes us there. We loop around and escape through a shed and finally escape the Oni mansion for the almost last time.
This version has an epilogue showing the survivors sharing traumatic memories. Takeshi has night terrors and has been skipping school, while Hiroshi and Takuro hope that it was all just some sick dream. We cut to a group of new characters entering the mansion as the Oni watches in a bit further. Many changes felt needless, like an excuse for an extra cheap death. Some of the puzzles convoluted for newcomers. It felt like the creator was trying to make things as different as possible without thinking too hard about what that meant from a game design standpoint.
Now, I know Ben didn't like it, and I don't either, but I honestly think 5.2 had a lot of decent ideas that it just didn't play out properly. The way to escape the mansion was cool, some of the newer puzzles besides 2 were fun, but overall, I didn't like it. I know for a fact the final version will make all these ideas feel complete and finish the series of versions in a great way.
Version 6.23 is the most recent update and the final version of the game. If you've seen a Let's Play on YouTube covering this game, it was most likely this version. It starts off essentially identical other than one major thing. The character portraits are actually fixed. The creator drew them all in our upgrading consistent art style ties everything together. I love the thin liner and soft pose. For this playthrough, we even have full group to do voices for all the characters.
What's wrong, Takeshi? You scared?
Blah blah blah, the intro is all the same until I'm in the basement. One important thing to point out though is the bathroom is back. Our consistency, we'd love our consistencies. Oh my god, yes!
One more puzzle, which is a combination of ones from the past. There's a crayon drawing of a map on the wall showing a secret entrance near the tatami room. You cut it open to retrieve the doorknob like last time, leading to a darkened room. Your lighter still doesn't work very well, but they fixed this issue by adding candles to the centers of dark rooms that will fully illuminate them. Even though Hiroshi doesn't look buff in his portrait anymore, his strength prevails as he pushes this entire 3-segment bookshelf out of the way to reveal a door. Hey, look, a cell! The key to the basement is in the cell. Hiroshi moves to unlock it, but hears a scream from Mika upstairs. That's right, we're back to the gruesome deaths from the second game. Hiroshi runs off and hides in the closet before heading to the basement to explore. They improved the layout greatly, removing all the fluff and reducing the rooms to only what was necessary.
Ben, do you think you could take our Oni to flight?
I have questions.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god, they killed Takeshi!
Nibbling on it.
Hey dude, Takeshi!
Takeshi?
It seems as though it wanted to talk to the last survivor.
Straight in the face. Why did they add this? The creator absolutely brought back the quality in this version. With tighter design all around, the game is a lot more fun to play, embracing the comedic side of the series, unintentionally or otherwise. The majority of the puzzles were if they properly spaced them out this time. I can absolutely see why this was the most played version. It's hands down the best one and the one that I recommend you try out.
This is a very dear series for me. It what started my obsession with RPG Maker and essentially the horror scene where a lot of the tropes started. My heart goes out to yoooo props and Aoni for the fun. Specifically only this version though, because Aoni 2 and 3 looks like woof.
Versions of the game, it's linked in the description below on my second channel. I also have a Discord server and a Patreon for those who are interested. I hope to see you all again. Have a
Okay, come on. Oh, yes! 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 Come on! Yes, yes, okay. Yes. Oh, yes! Oh! Huh?
Ooh.